another unscheduled impromptu live because that's what I do. But I'm really hoping some people will pop in today. I thought I'd pop in quickly. I have my Juki out because I want to test it with the Galaxy custom vinyls and see how it goes. So we'll just give it a few minutes and see if anybody pops in there. Hopefully. Yesterday or the other day I didn't. Oh, there's two people there. Welcome. Who's out there? Can you hear me okay? Hi, Diane. Hi, Frankie. Welcome. Ignore my mess over here. As you can see, I'm actually in the middle of an order. That is a Moonwake bag. Hi, Alicia. I'm actually not making anything. I actually have my Juki 2010q pulled out here, as you can see. And I have a couple scraps. There's Coco. Hi, Coco. She's after my eggnog latte. I have a couple. Oh, goodness. Okay, now you get to see her actually barking. Hi, Kathy. Welcome. Coco, go upstairs. Go upstairs. Go on. Okay. So, oh my gosh, she just wants to be part of this video today. I think she wants food, but it's too early. Anyways, I thought I'd pop in. I have two kinds of the Galaxy Customs vinyls here. And hi, Kaylin. Good to see you again. And many people have been asking how domestic machine friendly it is. And I use my industrial all the time, so I thought that we would test it out today and see how many layers my machine can take. Does that sound like a good idea? I have faith in these vinyls. I think they are amazing. Hi, Jill. Coco, I'm sure, would say hi. So we'll just see if a couple more people come in. So I don't know. Hi, Lisa. Yes, awesome. 2010Q. I got my 2010Q. Okay, so again, my sewing machines started with the $200 Brother machine from Walmart. A couple months after that, because I was doing quilting and making stockings, that kind of thing. And then, because I thought I'd get more into quilting, I've got an Elna 680, which is a really nice machine as well. And then I ended up getting into bag making, and that Elna was not quite it. And I wasn't quite to the point of needing an industrial machine, but I wanted something a little bit more. So then I purchased my Juki 2010Q, which is like a heavy duty domestic machine, semi-industrial-ish, I guess, kind of in between an industrial and a domestic machine. I love my 2010Q. I actually have tonight at 9 p.m. Pacific time, midnight Eastern time, there is a tutorial releasing from Sew Yours Patterns. You guys have probably seen on Facebook all of the sneak peeks for that one. And I actually did that tutorial on my 2010Q. I did it when my Titan was broken, and I just thought it was a good time to do a domestic machine tutorial. So that is coming up tonight, so please watch that. So what I have loaded in here right now, I just have a Gutermann 100% polyester thread. It's this pink one here. So just, I got it at Fabricland. You get it at Walmart or whatever. I have a Microtex needle in it. Now this is the needle I used for that industrial. I didn't change it out, so it's a slightly dull needle. So we'll see how that works with this today. And my Juki. Sorry about the mess back there. Again, this is an order I'm doing right now for a Moonwake, but I kind of took today off as I had to go and try to find groceries. I don't know if you guys have heard what's happening up here in British Columbia. I swear, I don't know what we did wrong, but all summer we were on fire and on evacuation alert because of fires, because we did not have enough rain. And now we've had too much rain. Kamloops is okay. It's the outlying areas towards Lower Mainland, towards Vancouver. Hi, Teresa. Our main highway, the Coquihalla Highway, is completely washed out. The Fraser Canyon Highway, which is the old highway to Vancouver before the Coquihalla was built. Oh, that was built when I was like 11, so 19, how old am I? 1986-ish, I guess the Coquihalla was built. So the road is completely washed out there. Another highway, Princeton and Lillooet and all that, that's all washed out. And unfortunately, one life was taken from that mudslide. But Vancouver is totally cut off from the interior. Like, until their airport dries out, they can't even get here. My admin, Rhonda, lives in Abbotsford, where they're on high evacuation alert right now. This, I think it's called the Sumas Valley in Abbotsford, is complete, like, it's underwater. Like, it's bad. I believe she lives a little bit higher up, so she is safe for now. Merritt, which is 45 minutes for me, is completely underwater and 100% evacuated. All those people have evacuated to Kamloops. And yesterday here, everybody went into panic mode and cleared out all of our grocery stores. There is no milk. There is no produce. There are no eggs. There's no toilet paper. The toilet paper thing's happening again. No ground beef. Most of the meat was cleared out at all the grocery stores. So today I ran to Costco just to get what I could, because I only shop for like 5 days. I don't have a freezer. We got rid of our freezer to make room for my sewing machines, for my Titan machine and everything like that. So, but no, there was meat there. It was good. I got some. I'm good. I bought for 4 days. I'm good. That's all I need. And they're going to start shipping stuff in from Alberta. So most of our stuff comes from Vancouver, but they're just going to bring it in the other way. So we're going to be okay. It's all good. Now, because of all of that, there was a mudslide or a rock slide between Calgary and Kamloops on the day my cylinder arm was supposed to be delivered. It's still not here. It looks like it's back in Calgary, so I have to wait patiently for that cylinder arm to come. So it's okay. Life could be worse. All right, so who wants to test out these vinyls? Thanks, Kathy. Yeah, no, we're safe here. And we are opening up our doors and everything to anybody outside of Kamloops that needs help. Kamloops is really good about all that. And got lots of, I was talking to some people from Merritt today, and I just can't imagine what they're going through with their homes being completely flooded out and not knowing. They were thinking it's going to be like 2-3 weeks before they can even go home, and we have no idea when the highways to Vancouver are going to open. My brother and sister-in-law live in Vancouver, and I am having a little bit of anxiety just knowing that if I wanted to go see them or something happened, I could just hop in my car and be there in 3 hours, but I can't. So the trains can't even get through because I washed away part of the track as well. It's just, it's madness, I swear. PC type thing. I'm trying to keep my mind off of it. All right, so Galaxy Customs. Has anybody bought any vinyl from Galaxy Customs yet? Again, I am just in love with this. I live within an hour of Port Burswell and would love to shop local for vinyl. Oh, she's from Port Birdwell. Yes, Teresa. And I think she does pickups. Oh, no, I hope the weather gets better. Thanks, Jill. Moved to Florida. I'm not a summer tropical type person, though. I don't like spring, or I don't like winter and summer. I only like spring and fall. Galaxy Vinyls. Yes, Galaxy Custom Vinyls out of Birdwell, Ontario. The owner, Anna, is there. She has a new shop. I think she just opened last spring. I have just discovered her within the last month and a half, and I swear I've been buying up all of her product. Like this here, this is one of the pearl vinyls. This is the mint green color. I'm making a classic handbag out of this. I am just, let me grab a purse that I made with the blue of this if you haven't seen it. I can't speak high enough. One sec. Let me grab it. All right. So this is made with her vinyls. Like it's an upholstery fabric. Yeah, this is the matte black hardware from Atelier Fiber Arts. Again, I just discovered Atelier Fiber Arts within the last couple months too, and I swear I'm just completely addicted to these two companies' products. But this is the Galaxy Pearl Vinyl, Kathy. We have 70-degree weather with a beautiful ocean breeze. Nice. Jill, I love this bag too. I'm debating making it in pink with matte black. I also really like the Lagoon color from Galaxy Customs. I don't know what color I'm going to make for my own personal one. So I think I'm going to just make all of the colors. I have one more market coming up, and if they don't sell, whatever one doesn't sell is the one that I get to keep for myself. I think that's the only way I'm going to decide. But anyways, this is, uh-oh, where'd I put it? I lost my little sample piece. Oh, it's on the floor. Okay. And then she's got another line of vinyls. She released this lilac color and a blush pink and a cotton candy pink. She has more coming in, I think probably next week. Don't quote me on that. These ones are a little bit thinner. I know they're going to be super domestic machine friendly. And I don't have the handles on this bag yet. If you watched my live from the other day, this was the bag I was binding. And this is that Canadian vinyl. Vinyl. Like, how beautiful is it on a bag? This is the lilac one. So now on my industrial, these sew up like a dream. They are amazing. But I know the majority of the population does not have industrials, and I know that most of us YouTubers always do our tutorials on our industrials, so I made it a goal to try to do a little bit on my Juki and to see. But many people have been asking my opinion on how I feel about these on an industrial machine, and I've never sewn with them on an industrial machine, so I thought I would do the test with you guys. All right, so again, I'm just using a Gutermann 100% polyester all-purpose thread. That's what this pink thread is here. I just have a Microtex needle in my machine. And again, it was used to make one project already. So it's not super sharp. So we'll test it out and see. All right, so let's start with, I'm going to put you guys down. I'll try to watch the comments. I think we can see this still. Can everybody see that on the machine? I'm kind of at a weird angle, but I can't have my Juki in my sewing studio anymore because I had to make room for my coming cylinder arms. So my Elna and my Juki kind of go up on a shelf, and I'll have to pull it down to this area if I ever want to use them. Okay. So what I'm going to do, oh, I wish Anna would come in. So when I was talking to her, she says on her website, all of her vinyls have a thickness, and if it's 0.9 millimeters, it should have no problems on a domestic. The other one shouldn't, but just like with any domestic, the more layers you get, of course, there may be issues. So I just thought we would see how many layers we can get out of these before I either break a needle. These don't stretch. Look it, not stretchy at all. No stretch at all on these vinyls. Like this one might have, no, it doesn't. Yeah, this one definitely has no stretch. This might just have a little bit, but really not that much. But yeah, this one definitely, there is none. These are upholstery vinyls, so I'm just excited to see the color she has going. Okay, so let's try this lilac one. Bear with me because I feel like I'm set up really weird here. So just one layer. All right, we are good. You sure my tension's good? See, with my Microtex, my needles aren't, my holes aren't too, can you guys see that okay? My holes aren't too big. It works good. So that is one layer. So now I'm just going to fold it, and we're going to keep folding it. Okay, 2 layers. Whoops. I'm not used to the Juki. We are good. No skip stitches. Look how beautiful that is. I'm doing a number 4 stitch length. So that's 2 layers. I don't know how many times I can fold this over. So now we are to 1, 2, 3, 4 layers. Still going through it okay. It's still beautiful. 4 layers. And it's good on both sides. I think I'm going to I don't want to waste too much of this. Okay. Okay, so that was 1, 2, 3, 4 layers. I'm going to add one more layer on. So this is 5 layers. Five layers. I have one skip stitch. Let me just kind of look at that again. Okay, so at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 layers, my machine started skipping stitches, which really isn't, yeah, five layers, my machine started skipping stitches. So that's quite a bit of layers. If you think of it, our straps, when we do the straps, are usually only 4 layers, and we were golden at 4. When we're doing our top stitching, that is usually 1, 2 layers of vinyl and 2 layers of cotton. I don't have any waterproof canvas here to test that out with, but that would be interfaced cotton. So yes, so 5 layers, it ended up skipping. I'm going to try it just once more. If I go slower. Yeah. So I would say this is good to 4 layers of vinyl, which is actually pretty good. All right. Are we satisfied with that? Do you want me to try again? But you can see I started skipping stitches. Now it might be different with a different thread. I don't have any Tex 45 thread right now. I just have my Gutermann. All right, so now we're going to do the pearl vinyl. 1 layer. Beautiful. 1 layer. I tried to choose a contrasting thread that I could. Okay. Let's go 2 layers. Ouch. That was Benny that was barking that time. 2 layers. We're good. Whoops. 3 layers. We're good. And I have to rethread my needle. I was going too slow. Let me just rethread that. I use Tex 40 with my Juki. Yeah, I said I rarely use my Juki, so all I have is on hand right now. So I have used Tex 45. But all I have on hand right now for thread is my Gutermann thread and my 40 weight Aurifil thread. And cotton thread isn't always the best for bag making, so I didn't want to use that. It's more better for quilting or what have you. I'm drinking my eggnog latte. That looks really bad, it all spilt. Okay, so how many layers were we at? 1, 2, 3. Okay, 4 layers, we started skipping. This is a thicker, a higher weight vinyl. So my domestic machine, no issues. So, oh, I lied. That was 4 layers. Let me try once more. If I go slower. No, it's skipping stitches at 4. Oh, actually that time it didn't stick. Okay, so when I went slow, it didn't skip any stitches. So that's 4 layers. So I would say if you're doing 4 layers, if you're using a Tex 45 rather than the Gutermann like I'm using, you can get 4 layers, which again, most bags are 2 layers of vinyl and then 2 layers of the cotton lining, right? When you're doing your top stitching. But I wouldn't go much thicker than that. I don't know, is that helpful? I think it's pretty domestic machine friendly. I do, especially this new line here. I mean, that was yeah, is when I hit the 5 that I started skipping stitches. So yeah, so yes, I would say that yes, Galaxy custom vinyls are very domestic machine friendly. Yes. So I'm happy with it. Again, I am using a dollar needle. I have to get more needles. I don't have any more. I never used this machine, but yeah, so this needle had one project on it, and I'm using just a Gutermann 100% polyester thread. So I would say it would be better to use a Tex 40, Tex 45 and a brand new needle, and you'd be great. So yes, I 100% endorse this product. I think it's great, and I think it's somewhat domestic machine friendly. So yeah, as Anna said, all of the weights of her, I was asking her questions of stuff that I should bring up because I'm not a vinyl connoisseur. I just know that I don't know everything about them. I just know that what I like and what I don't like. And again, I take for granted that having an industrial machine, I can pretty much sew through anything because mine is from medium to heavy. Yes, I do have a Teflon foot on my machine. I always keep my Teflon foot on. This may have been different with my walking foot on as well. But yes, I did have my Teflon foot on here. So yeah, I actually am not sure where my walking foot for this machine is right now. Otherwise I would go get it, but my studio is all torn apart as I'm waiting for my cylinder arm to arrive. But I did have a request on Facebook about how domestic machine friendly these vinyls were. So definitely, I'm super excited for these ones. I can't wait to see all the colors. Yeah, the Canadian vinyl line, I would definitely get for my domestic machine, 100%. I would actually do the pearls as well, but I would probably use a sharp needle and a heavier thread. So I hope that helped. Great idea. Love your videos. Oh, thanks, Charlene. I'm trying to go live more. I'm actually fairly shy, and I don't like, I'm always worried that everybody will find my videos boring when I'm live. I'm more of a teacher than a going live type person. So yeah. Speaking of that, for tutorials, again, I have one coming out tonight. Well, depends where you live. 9 p.m. Pacific time. That's both dogs and my eldest yelling at them. 9 p.m. Pacific time, midnight Eastern time is the new Sew Yours patterns pattern coming out, and I did a tutorial on my Juki 2010q for that one. I have never ever done a tutorial. Do you ever try to use your antique machine? Do you know what, Lisa? I did it. I completely forgot that I was going to do that. I should do that. That's a good idea. I will go live and do that one day. I promise. She's way up on a shelf, and I think she weighs more than I do. She is so heavy. So I'll have to get my husband to lift her down for me one day, and we'll give her a go. I think we figured out, oh, what year did we think she was, from the 1920s or something like that. So yeah, I will definitely do that. I actually have as well, I think it's seized up, but my grandmother, she's almost 97. She'll be 97 on January 5th, but she gave me her old Singer machine, and it's a crank. And she used to actually take that camping with her. So hi, Terry, welcome. So, but I don't think I can try that one. I think it is all seized up. It's more for decoration now. So how often do you change out your needles each new project? I'm not going to lie, Charlene. I don't change it out every project, and I found an old pre-19. Oh, nice, Kaylin. I usually forget to change out my needle until I notice it not performing adequately. But I would say I probably change it out about every second bag. Yeah, there's Benny. He's looking for his little bed in my messy cutting room, or that's my my mud room that I use for my fusing. My heat press is in there, and all of my Giardini paint areas in there. But yeah, about every 2. I was always really lazy changing up my needles on my Juki. I would actually not change it out till the needles broke, which is not the right thing to do. But yeah, I have to buy some more needles for this. This was my last Microtex needle. I did have a leather needle, but I wasn't sure if the leather needle would be right for the vinyl. I'm not sure. But yeah. Okay, so I was talking tutorial. So yeah, that one tutorial is coming out tonight. And then I have another tutorial. It's already uploaded, ready to go. I'm just waiting for the designer to give me the thumbs up to release the video. She's hoping by this weekend. Super excited to share that one. You know, it's very often. Oh, hi, Rhonda. We were just talking about you. Are you staying nice and dry there in Abbotsford? I don't think your home's at risk for flooding, is it? You're up on the mountain, I believe. But yeah, I got that one. And then I don't know if I'm going to get to, I'm not doing filming a tutorial this week, even though I've got one, possibly two releasing this week. They're all pre-recorded. Next week, I am not doing a tutorial, mainly because I have one more fair left. And I want to try to get some of these classic handbags done to sell, because my last fair, I only had this one done and this one has sold already, but I took it just for show and everybody wanted to buy it. So I'm in a mad rush to try to make these in a couple of colors, because I think I will make some money off of that, which would be good because I just bought a very expensive cylinder arm machine. The sooner I can pay off that loan, the better, because yes, I did take out a loan for it. I don't have that kind of cash hanging around being a small business owner, so yeah. Any other questions about the Galaxy Custom Vinyls? Again, Anna said the ones that are 0.9 millimeters, I think that's what it is, like for thickness and less, should be great on a domestic machine. But as thickness goes up, of course, it gets harder and harder for a domestic machine. So just keep that in mind. Again, the Canadian vinyl went to 5 layers, and my pearl vinyl, I did 4. One row had skip stitch. The second row, when I went slower, went right through. I think if I went 5, it would just skip a whole bunch. But how many times do you have 5 layers of vinyl? Like 4 layers of vinyl tops. And you rarely have that even. Again, it's usually 2 layers of vinyl and 2 layers of whatever your lining fabric is. So yes. Anyways, anything else anybody has questions about, or any questions about the Juki 2010q? My poor Elna gets very neglected. I will pull her out if I need a zigzag stitch. That's about it now. And I do have a Singer serger as well. I love the pearl too, Jill. I think I am close to having every color. I have to, my next order, I have an order coming, but I have a certain monthly budget, a business budget, so I have to be careful. I have blown I've blown my October and my November budgets on Italian Fine Arts, black matte vinyl or stuff, and the Galaxy Customs, because I'm addicted to them. Machine not here yet. No, Rhonda. It looks like on Sunday night it left Calgary, and then on Monday night it didn't move, and then on Tuesday morning it said it left Calgary again. So now it says in transit from Calgary, but even though it says left Calgary, it also says on dock. So I have no idea. I don't know if because of whatever happened outside Sycamoose, if the truck got turned back to Calgary, and if maybe they're going Calgary up through Edmonton and then going to come down through like Little Fort and all that. I don't know. It'll be here eventually. Good thing I work from home, because when it comes, I'll be here. So they're torturing me. I just want it right now. So I have a bunch of bags that I could top stitch on it, but yeah. Said I'm in the process of making a moonwake bag right now for a client on the island. So hopefully the post office will figure out how to get, I got 3 bags going this Friday to the Lower Mainland. So hopefully, I don't know how Canada Post is going to get stuff over to the Lower Mainland. That's where all my customers are. They're either in Kamloops, which is okay, but a good chunk of them are in Vancouver and on the islands. So hopefully these bags will get to them. They will eventually. They know it might be slow now. But yeah. Any other questions, concerns, requests? Is there anything else you need me to show with these vinyls on the machine? I'd show you on my industrial, but you saw how it sews already when with my tutorial for the classic handbag. It's just like butter. It's a dream. It is so nice. But yeah, Juki 2010qs, I like them. I like my 2010q. But then I just mailed a card to Manitoba and I asked about the mail and she said it's going through. Really? So Rhonda, I wonder if that means they're sending it airmail to Calgary maybe? I'm really curious. I have an Amazon order coming with some more sew line pens and some extension cords for when my cylinder arm gets here. And it left Langley on Monday when all the flooding happened. But it says it's still arriving by 8 p.m. tonight. I don't know how that is possible. So I'm curious to see if it actually does arrive. I have no idea. No idea. Usually the mail for Kamloops, it's funny, when it comes from the east, it comes, they drive it through Kamloops to Vancouver or Richmond for sorting, because we don't have a sorting station here anymore. We used to 10 years ago or so, and then they backtrack it. Same with when we fly. I mean, Kamloops, if I'm coming from Calgary, no, from Winnipeg. When I was flying from Winnipeg to try to come home, I go from Winnipeg, fly over Kamloops to Vancouver to get my transfer, and then fly from Vancouver to Kamloops. It never really made much sense to me why they don't just stop in Kamloops, but maybe because we have a small airport. But yeah, but no, I'm safe here in Kamloops. I think my Min Rhonda is safe in Abbotsford. I couldn't get to her if I wanted to because it's all closed up. We have enough food to last us. We're lucky we have a dairy farm here in Kamloops and they're working. Their one concern was they don't have enough delivery drivers to get it to all of the grocery stores, but the city of Kamloops is amazing. I think we've gotten used to having to be resourceful with the summer we just had and the fires and now the flooding, but everybody's going and helping Blackwell Dairy deliver crates and crates and crates of milk to all of the grocery stores, which is awesome. Awesome, awesome. And if worse comes to worse, if I run out of meat, my brother-in-law owns a cattle ranch and I'm sure I could go and raid his freezer because he loves his sister-in-law so much, I'm sure. But yeah, that's it. All good here in Kamloops. Yay. And it snowed yesterday, but it melted. But yeah, we either don't have enough water or we have too much. I don't know. Lots of milk had to be dumped here. Yeah, for sure, Rhonda. Oh, I just want things to be normal. No more COVID, no more anything. Hi, I don't speak that language, so I don't know what you said, but I'll wave to you. Hi. Yeah. So I really do love the community I live in. Kamloops is about 100,000 people or so. I'm second generation. My mom was born here. Her parents are from Winnipeg. My dad was born in Goderich, Ontario, and he moved here when he was 3, I think. My parents were high school sweethearts. We went to the same school. My boys graduated from the high school they went to. Not my high school, but... And my husband's family is one of the original settlers in Kamloops back in the early 1800s. So the Jackson cattle ranch is actually on Jackson Road up in Knutsford, which is a community here. And my brother-in-law and 2 sister-in-laws still run that ranch. We used to have a section of it, but when we ended up having to transfer to Winnipeg for those 3 years, we didn't think we'd be coming back. So they bought us out of our section. So now we just go and help when we can, and we don't own any part of it, which is okay. I'm not really a farmer type girl. I just like to go and see the animals and then come home. So yeah. Anyways, any other questions before we call it? I hope this video was, or this tutorial, or it's not even a tutorial, this demonstration was helpful. Yeah, the customer service at Galaxy Customs is amazing. I've gotten to know Anna a little bit over the last month since I have discovered them. yeah, I said I'm completely addicted to her product, and I know she has lots and lots more colors coming out in this one. And I believe she's going to be able, these pearl vinyls that were limited edition, I believe she said that she's going to be able to carry these permanently for the new year. Don't quote me on that, but I believe she found a supplier of them so she can sell these. And these pearl vinyls are my utmost favorite. And then I'm just super excited about actually getting different colors. I mean, Emmeline is amazing. Don't get me wrong. I get a lot of vinyl from Emmeline. I love the Mora line. But they've been the vinyls I have offered to my clients for the last 3 years. And just being able to have more color variety is just really going to boost my custom orders. Jill, are you talking about, oops, this one here? Or are you talking about this one here? The blue one or the lilac one? This one is the classic handbag by Sewn Ideas. I have a tutorial on this one. This one, if it had its handles on it, is the Erica Bowler bag by Oro Rosa Patterns. I have a tutorial on this one as well. I did a live on Monday and just binding it. So, but yeah, right now this is like my most favorite pattern of all time. The classic handbag. I have a discount code for the pattern for this, Jill, if you want it. I believe it's Beans Bags, BEANSBAGS 25. Beans Bag 25, and it'll get you 25% off of this pattern. I don't get anything from that. Vivi of Sewn Ideas just offered that to my subscribers, which is amazing. Double check it. Go to my tutorial for this one and look in the description just to make sure I have that discount code right. But I think it's Beans Bags 25, and you just enter it in and you'll get 25% off of your pattern order. So I was told this one is the same color as my eyes. Beans Bags 25. Yes, I believe that's what it is. And if it doesn't work, double check the description of my video. But yeah, I'm 99.9% sure that's right. I have a trouble with curvy bags, but I challenge myself. I will look. This one, Terry, it's actually really not hard. It is a binding finish, but because this bag opens up like this, so it's not two separate sections, it goes straight through, but it's super easy to turn. And binding, don't be scared of binding. Is there anything you do when it gets thick skipping stitches? To be honest, when I started working with thicker materials before I bought my industrial, my frustration with the skipping stitches when I started using heavier interfacings and heavier vinyls was the skip stitches, which is why I ended up switching to an industrial with making bags full time and just wanting to keep growing with different quality of stuff. I love using upholstery vinyls. I love using marine vinyls. I think they just give such structure, and I'm sorry for my babies, that it was worth the jump to the industrial for me, because I do this full time. And yeah, and honestly, like my Juki, I loved it. I thought it was everything that I would ever want it. Do you use bias binding or just straight cut binding? I buy the pre-made binding. I'm too lazy to make my own, but if I made my own, I would cut it on a bias, but definitely on a bias. I use the extra wide Rights, I think it's called, and it's a 1/2 inch binding. What industrial do I have? Lori, I have a Titan TN 1541S, and I have en route to me a Titan TN 1341 Ultra cylinder arm. It's just not here yet. I'm super excited for that. So I will have the two. They are the same machine. So the 1341S, I shouldn't have too much of a learning curve with, which is good. It just has a different body because it's a cylinder arm. Now, if you didn't want to have both machines, I find there is a purpose for a flatbed machine and a cylinder arm machine. The cylinder arm machines do come with a table insert that would make it a flatbed, but I have heard that they sit quite a bit higher up and you'd have to sit on a stool. When I'm going to be using it to bind my bags or to do my top stitching, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be standing up. Couldn't you bind with waterproof canvas? Yes, you can, Kaylin. I'll come back to that in one moment. I'm only 5'2", so if I get up on a tall stool, I'm not going to be able to reach the pedal, guaranteed. So yeah, you need a higher stool, and the table is quite a bit smaller on it unless you got one custom made to the full length. So I'm going to be doing the majority of my sewing on my 1541S, and then I plan on doing my binding and my top stitching, especially for drop-in lining bags. I am so excited to do my first route in Asia on my cylinder arm because drop-in linings I struggle with on a flatbed. So I can get the job done, but it's just going to make things easier and speed things up for me, which is when I'm making custom bags, I want to be able to get those bags out to my clients because that's money for me, right? And that's my bread and butter. So I need to be able to make that money. So I think that machine is going to pay itself up. It's going to give me more time, and then I will be able to take more custom orders and have more time to do more tutorials as well. Okay. Waterproof canvas. Yes, you can use waterproof canvas. Usually when you're, pretend this is waterproof canvas. So when you're binding with waterproof canvas, you usually just, okay, so this is the bag. You're taking your waterproof canvas and you're putting it over top, and then you're just going to be sewing along that raw edge. Now, the only thing that I find challenging with that and why I don't use waterproof canvas is you have to be sure you're catching both sides of that waterproof canvas. And sometimes it can slip and then you got to go back. Like this could be out of there. It's all nice on this side, but it slipped out of the way and is all like this on this side. Also, myself, preference-wise, I hate having a raw edge on my binding, and the waterproof canvas would leave that raw edge. So I always use cotton ones. You can buy at Joann's, or you can buy it at Fabricland if you're in Canada like me. You can buy it at Walmart, you can buy it at Michael's, you can buy it anywhere where you can buy fabric. So my preference is 100% double fold bias binding, extra wide. You can buy it in M-line bags as well. That's my preference. And that's what I teach to do the binding with in my tutorials. If you want to learn how to do it with waterproof canvas, Lauren Mormino does it with waterproof canvas, and she's great at showing that. She was my inspiration for doing a channel and everything. I just love Lauren to death. So yeah, if you want to use the waterproof canvas, I will never do a tutorial with the waterproof canvas just because it is not my preference. And I know when I use the cotton, I know I'm catching both sides no matter what, and I don't have to redo my work. Well, unless you watch Monday, I redid my work because I was distracted. But I'm not perfect by any means, trust me. Also, waterproof canvas here, I don't think it's really as readily available as it is in the US. I can get it. I do get it from Fabricville. I love Lauren too, Kaylin. She's amazing. She really is. Yeah, and you can get it, I think, from Pacana, I think. But yeah, I actually use my waterproof canvas mainly when I'm making duffel bags for the whole exterior. That's what I like waterproof canvas for. But I don't do them in my linings. I don't think I would use them in my linings on a domestic machine with too much vinyl. I just think it would be like super thick. And I definitely don't use it when I'm making my wallets. Don't forget to say where you get your machines. Oh, yes. If. Thank you, Rhonda. I forget. Okay. So as you guys know, I am very, very pro Titan. I love, love, love my Titan machine. I would never endorse any product or any business that I don't believe in myself and I don't use the products. If I don't like it, I'm not going to even tell you about it, to be honest. Now, Titan machines, when my Titan broke 2 weeks ago, I was devastated. I didn't know how I was going to get my work done. And I was talking to my guy Rodney at Central Sewing. So they're out of Edmonton, Alberta, and that is where I got my Titan machine from. I bought it it must be 2 years ago, this coming February, maybe? Is it 2 years ago? 2, 3 years ago? I don't know. Yeah, it's got to be 2 years ago. Time is just flying. So then I was talking to him about cylinder arms because I was wanting to get a Texo 2750 Pro, and he talked me into the Titan because he says, you love your 1541. I'm like, yes. He goes, it's the same machine. You're going to not have a learning curve. There is a little bit of learning curve. I saw somebody mentioned that and I forgot to respond. Going from my Juki 2010q to my 1540